I discovered my husband's secret on our wedding night by morning. I was signing annulment papers. I was 28 when I married James. After 6 failed relationships and countless dating app disasters, I thought I'd finally found my person. He was stable, successful, and seemed to adore me. We dated for 18 months before he proposed, and I said yes without hesitation. Our wedding was everything I dreamed of. Perned, intimate garden ceremony, my father walking me down the aisle, tearful vows that made even my cynical brother emotional. As we drove to the luxury hotel where we'd spend our wedding night, I remember thinking how lucky I was to have found someone so perfect. The first sign something was wrong came when James insisted on checking his phone immediately after we entered our suite. I teased him about it. Who needs to check emails on their wedding night? Parent, but he mumbled something about work emergencies and disappeared into the bathroom for nearly 20 minutes. When he came out, he seemed different. The passionate man who had whispered promises during our first dance was suddenly preoccupied, checking his watch every few minutes. Is everything okay? I asked as I changed out of my wedding dress. Just tired, he said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. Big day around midnight. James fell asleep almost immediately after we consummated our marriage. I was too wired to sleep, still riding the emotional high of the day, so I decided to order champagne from room service to celebrate quietly on the balcony. I couldn't find my phone, so I reached for James's to call the front desk. That's when I saw the notifications lighting up his screen. Congratulations on your big day. Can't wait to see you tomorrow night as usual. Don't forget to bring the message. Prebrew cut off there. It was from someone saved as MT Tuesday. My stomach dropped. I told myself it was nothing. Perrin, probably a work colleague with poor timing, but something made me open his phone. We'd always known each other's passcodes. We had nothing to hide. What I found was a carefully organized double life. James had calendar entries every Tuesday and Thursday night for dinner, with MT going back over 2 years parn, including throughout our entire relationship. There were hotel reservations, gift receipts, and photos of him with the same woman, Pern, a blonde I'd never seen before. But what truly broke me wasn't the evidence of an affair. It was a note in his drafts folder titled Vayul after wedding. Mondays and Wednesdays. Home with Ellie Tuesdays and Thursdays. Home with Megan weekends. Alternate between houses. Remember to keep separate phones and credit cards. My husband of 8 hours had planned our entire marriage around his ongoing relationship with another woman. A woman who, based on the messages I found, had no idea I existed either. With shaking hands, I took photos of everything I found, then continued searching in his email. I discovered the truth. James owned 2 condos, Barrett, the one we lived in together, and another across town. He had been living with both of us on alternate days for years, carefully managing a schedule that kept us from ever discovering each other. There were even separate financial accounts, separate friend groups, and Perrin, most devastatingly, Perrin, a nearly identical engagement ring receipt for MT dated just 3 weeks after mine. I sat on the bathroom floor of our honeymoon suite until 4 a.m., moving from shock to devastation to cold fury. When the sun started to rise, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I woke James by throwing his phone at the wall. Who's Megan? I asked as he jolted awake. The look on his face told me everything. Not shock, not confusion. Perrin, just the panic of a man whose carefully constructed house of cards was collapsing. Does she know about me? I interrupted. Get out, I said with a calm that surprised even me. My brother will be here in 20 minutes to help me pack. If you are still here, he'll break more than just your phone. James tried everything. Perrin, tears, promises, even suggesting that many cultures have multiple wives. Seriously. When none of that worked, he switched to threats about the financial consequences of leaving him. What he didn't know was that I'd already called my lawyer friend at 4:30 a.m., who assured me that an annulment was possible given the circumstances. By 10 a.m., I was signing papers in her office while my brother cleared my things from James's condo. But I wasn't done before I left the hotel. I did one more thing. I found Megan Taylor on social media and sent her everything, chart, the schedule, the photos, the receipts. She called me an hour later and we cried together over speakerphone while my lawyer took notes. It's been 6 months since my 8-hour marriage. James still calls sometimes, claiming we're meant to be together and that he's learned his lesson. Meanwhile, Megan and I have become unlikely friends, meeting monthly for coffee to heal from the same betrayal. Last week, she showed me a dating app profile she'd found. Parent, James with a new name, claiming to be a widowed single father looking for his one true love. We reported his profile together, then ordered another round of coffees and toasted to our narrow escape.